Welcome back to the Madness, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. It's another one of those videos where I watch the movie and I tell you about it so you can decide if you want to see it yourself or not, and I pretty much save you a lot of time because most often you don't go see it because I told you what happened. So this video is going to be full of spoilers just because I literally cannot talk about this movie without having spoilers. Otherwise, nothing makes sense and I can't talk about it. So this movie will have spoilers, so if you do not want to know anything about it, this is your chance to leave. However, if you're leaving because you don't want spoilers, you still need to like my video and leave a comment saying, I don't want a spoiler. Okay? Promise? Make a promise? Make a promise? Please? Please? Friend? Friend? Please? Okay. So I'm talking about the movie Orphan First Kill. Now, this is a movie that I was able to see on the airplane when I was flying to Florida. If you've not seen my other videos recently, I went to Florida for a few days, so I had to fly. So I had 2 flights going and 2 flights back. So I had plenty of time to watch movies. And so the first movie I saw was Orphan First Kill. Now, if you know nothing about the original movie, Orphan, I'm going to give you a little bit of information about that. That movie is about a woman who, she goes by the name Esther, and that's not her legal name, but that's what she goes by, and she is a woman who pretends to be a child who is orphaned. So she is a 30-year-old woman who pretends to be a kid, and her goal is to get adopted by a family and basically ruin their lives. She tends to get very close with the adopted father, and the family turns against each other, and then she robs them blind and basically kills them all when they're figuring out what's wrong with her or how that she is not who she says she is, and they all have a bad ending, okay? So, Orphan First Kill, even in the name, it implies that this is a prequel. I honestly do not remember if she dies in the first movie or not. It's been years since I've seen the first one. I did appreciate the first one because there was a character who was hearing impaired, and so they did a lot of sign language, and just like A Quiet Place, I appreciated that a lot. So I was curious to see what Orphan First Kill would be like. As soon as I saw that it was going to go in theaters, I wanted to see it just because I appreciated the first one, but I was also hesitant because prequels and or sequels tend to be not as good as the originals. Sometimes that's not the case, but this time I was nervous. And so I thought, well, I'll see it, but no one really wants to go see it with me, and I really don't go out to the movies by myself, so I will wait until it gets on DVD. And so when I was on the airplane, I saw that I could stream it on my phone for free on the flight, so I decided to do that, and it was good. I liked it. Like I said, I was hesitant that I was going to like it or not. I liked it. It was like this, it was a bad decision to watch. If you're a nervous flyer or a nervous traveler like I am, this is not the movie to watch because it gave me anxiety, like, oh, what's going to happen next? And I made an even worse decision with the other movie that I watched, and I'll give you another video about that. I watched Fall. Oh, anxiety, like I said, anxious flyer and anxious movies are not a good combo if you want to be relaxed. So I made bad decisions. That's my usual. But I watched Orphan First Kill, and it is basically how Esther becomes Esther. And so in the beginning of the movie, and like I said, there's spoilers, beginning of the movie, Esther is going by a different name, honestly cannot remember it, and she's in a mental institution, and the doctor tells this new therapist coming in that says, yes, this girl, she's actually in her 30s, but she pretends to be much younger because of her dwarfism that she has, and she is not to be trusted, and she is a murderer. And she gets out of the mental asylum. She breaks out. There's a lot of bloodshed. It was interesting. She has this one person that, like, in the institution, she just has to, like, say her name, and she'll attack whoever she wants, and then she gives her candy. So she has, like, people trained to be her attack dogs for her. And so she gets out, and she gets online, and she finds missing children's names online, and she finds this name of a girl named Esther who went missing years and years and years ago, and they had an estimate of what she may look like now. And so she came up with a storyline that she was this girl and she was abducted and she was taken to Russia, and that's why she has the accent that she has. If you don't remember, in the original she does have an accent, and this one she also has an accent, so the way she was explaining it is she's been in Russia for so many years that she picked up the accent. And the problem is that Esther is a little rusty and or not used to having to do these manipulative things because she didn't do a lot of research before she got there. So like she's saying like she can't wait to see her grandmother when the mother picks her up from the police station, and she's like, your grandma died years ago, you were at the funeral, and she's like, oh yeah. So she needed to do a little bit more research, so it's automatically like there's red flags. She goes to the therapist and she calls the bird the wrong name, and like I feel like that wouldn't have been a big huge deal, but I guess it was because the bird was a completely different bird, and I guess the original Esther was really into this bird, so she would know the difference of this isn't the same bird as it was like 10 years ago. But anyway, so the therapist is kind of like, something doesn't add up right, and they also have a police officer friend that's like, this doesn't seem correct, and he's like even trying to find fingerprints in her bedroom to prove that it's not her and that this is an imposter. And so Esther is like basically trying to manipulate all the conversations, trying to manipulate people, killing off people who are figuring out who she really is. The major twist, spoiler, the major twist is the mother knows that she's not really who she is. She knows that Esther, the real Esther, is dead. So when she got this call that this Esther was back, she was very confused, and she automatically knew it was a liar. But she went with it because her husband doesn't know that the original Esther is dead because her son killed the real Esther. And so she covered it up. Her son is a psychopath, and she ends up being the psychopath. The acting was so good. The mom, the son, Esther, even the father, he did really well. The mom's ability to be one thing and then the other is just, it was good. I believed it. I really believed it. Even though I'm sitting on an airplane and I know I'm watching a movie from my phone, I believed her. I believed her switching from one thing, like she's the doting, caring mom that's just so happy to have her daughter back in front of her husband. But in front of her son and in front of Esther, she's this, I'm going to kill you. I know you're lying. I'm lying too. And you're not going to stay here. I know who you are. This isn't going to work. And so they both decide that they have to kill each other off, and they are trying to hide it from the husband. And it's just the manipulation in it. It was like a mind game, and I liked exploring that psychologically. It was a very good movie. So, it was good. And so it leads up to where Esther ends up becoming an orphan because everyone thinks that she is the daughter that was brought back from this family. And then she ends up into the orphanage, and that's when she meets the family from the original movie who adopt her. So it is a prequel, but it was very good. So I think it's worth seeing. It's obviously not in theaters anymore because it's streamable, so you're going to have to rent it or stream it of some sort. It's worth it. I think it was like maybe a 2-hour movie. I don't know, but it is worth it. So I think you guys should check it out. If you liked Orphan, the original movie, which wasn't that bad either, there you go. It is a little gruesome, just because there is like signs of a sociopath who will hurt animals, who will hurt people, will hurt themselves. So it has a little bit of those in there. So just keep that in mind. But it's good. It's very, very good. So I hope you guys check it out. I hope you have a great day. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It's free. So make sure you do it. Let me know how you're doing today. Thanks for being here, guys. I appreciate you, and I love making videos, so make sure you stay posted to my next video, which will be about the movie Fall. Bye!